Good evening, guys. Bonsoir. Um, Join me. That's Swahili. I'm trying to say good evening in Swahili. Lately, I've just been seeing a lot of commercial. So, commercials is, when you watch TV a lot, it's like every 5 minutes they go on commercial breaks and you just see a lot of flashy things. They're always advertising something. Credit card is advertising you taking credit in order to pay off your credit. It's crazy out here. Or sometimes even the credit scores they'll be advertising, oh, your credit is this, you can increase your credit by having this card, which is going to help you travel. Men, do not fall inside the trap. Don't fall inside that trap. I'll always say, um I was watching this video about just like an impoverished community, right? Even when you see ghettos, when you see people living in poverty, one thing they lack is land. They don't even have place to live. That's why they are piling up. Like they live in tight spaces. And man, I wish I knew this a long time ago, man. Just half your land. Land is finite in this world. Once you have your land, you can do whatever you want. You can have authority over your land. And I was just thinking, when I saw these people living in poverty, Um, sometimes yes, it's based off circumstances. The trap of buying things if you are not where you want to be. Because one thing I realized is that when I used to buy stuff, I really did not have a plan or a goal to achieve in my life. And it's okay, it's fine right now because I'm young. Growing up in high school, we're always programmed to go to college and change the world. I think in my high school, that was like the motto: work hard, go to college, and change the world. Yeah, college is cool. School is good. The goal of an education system is to educate us to live in an environment, to educate us to know how to manage our finances, to know how to interact with people, communicate well, um, to know how to be physically healthy, mentally healthy, because from that's where um you actually prosper in life. You can actually live in the world when you know all of these things. So I've educated myself more than I've done inside the classroom. So education is not really for me to sit down and obtain knowledge theoretically. Theoretically, is to actually go out and live. I've seen people who educate themselves by just, let's say I have a battery or whatever, or let me say my mic, I just destroy my mic and fix it back. And it works, it works. For me, that's like true education. We learn with the experience. We learn outside. We learn with the environment that we are. And the goal of education is to teach us how to be self-sustaining. That's what I believe, right? That's why I'm educating myself. You can say this my journey. It's basically my journey of educating myself. Because I think when I'm truly educated, when I'm done, when I've accomplished what I have, what I'm chasing, I'm able to say, okay, I don't want to live here in this region anymore. I want to move to this location. But because I have that knowledge, I can carry it along with me in this other location. I'm not tied to a job to give me money to pay bills. So that's my main goal. So the education system, what it does is a trap, right? It makes us to gain a degree. And that degree for me is like it's like tag. This number one zero zero this. It labels us, okay, this person has a bachelor's degree. He can get paid this much in this career field. This person has a master's degree. This person has a doctorate degree. He can only make this much in this field, right? It basically groups us into one. That's why they say it's like a robot. It's like a system. And some people say the education system is not broken. It was meant to be that way because the purpose of school when it came, they say whoever discovered school is to help people to work in factories. And I guess like Right now we are tired. We are tired of clocking in. I want a job that I don't clock in. Probably if the job wasn't clocking in, probably I'll feel better. But the fact that you have to clock in, sometimes if I miss my clock in, my punch in, I have to call and say, oh, I missed my punch in. Can you help me? I came in at this time. And it just feels like, wow, that I'm really signing my life out, right? I wish to work in a place where if I don't go to work, I don't have to call anybody. If I don't show up, I don't show up. Nobody asks. People just move on with the day and just work. Without you, nobody would die. And if I come to work, I work at the end of the day, I can get cash. At the end of the week, I can get cash. I feel like that makes more sense for me. And that's something that I think I want to create right for others because that's actually really helpful. But the fact that we have to sign in a contract and say, oh, we can only make this much money, I kind of feel trapped in a sense that, wow, you know, I don't really feel free. And the days that I don't want to work, I have to call and say, oh, I'm not showing up to work today. I'm sick. I'm not use my sick hours. So I guess they are good to bad. They are good and bad in every side, in every situation. I can't just come and say, oh, this is the one way. Don't ever have a job, blah blah blah. No. But how can we get out of this trap, right? Because when we work these jobs 9 to 5, whatever, 8 hour a day, every day, we tend to realize that when we get home, we are just stressed. Now we have to turn on the TV and watch Netflix or just watch a TV show and sleep. So we take hours of our life helping someone else with any business that we're working on, what that they are doing. And we spend our own 8 hours instead of educating ourselves how to get out or build something for ourselves and our future generation. We spend those 8 hours on things that don't really help us. Some people spend other time just shopping. Some people watch YouTube all day. That used to be me. Until I decided that, you know what, I'll just delete social media and start creating YouTube videos. And then I start educating myself more and more. Okay. Um, once we make money from our income or from our business, from our salary, whatever, what we should do is we should pay ourselves first. We should invest that money in ourselves first. Which means what? If your expenses are very high and you cannot invest, because some people will say, now we cannot invest. We have to start investing, no matter how small you make. Because if you don't have small to invest for yourself, even it's 10% or 20%, then at the end of the day, they're calling you are living paycheck to paycheck. Then what's the point of working so hard and you're not investing in yourself, you're not keeping money aside for yourself, please. I want to keep money aside for yourself. When once that money grow, you can now use that money to invest into something like diversify, right? To invest into something that like an asset, income generating asset. But for me, at the stage of my life right now, I want to invest in land. If I go back home, I'm just buying land, planting trees. It's like perm- permaculture, right? Planting different trees that I can eat from because the goal is to be self-sustaining. Because what I've realized that since I came to America, we are working so hard just to buy food, and food is so expensive. Eggs are so expensive. Bread is expensive, and I started realizing that what I used to take for granted, which is food, is so important, and that's just the purpose of life, right? If you don't have food, how will you function? Especially living in America, I've seen the way people eat. Maybe it's because I'm not used to the food here, but so many people eat a lot of processed food, which is not, I don't think it's healthy for the body because I don't know. Um, some people eat a lot of sugary food, right? Like Dunkin' Donuts, like cookies all the time, ice cream all the time. When they don't eat balanced diet, what happens is they get sick easily or more often. And our body is for if you are not intaking the right thing, you will get sick more often, right? And then these people start relying on drugs. Why are you taking other drugs after you're eating unhealthy? your body, feed your body. Like food is basically like a fuel to your body. Food is medicine. That's what I literally call food for me. Food is medicine. That's why sometimes when I eat too much unhealthy, my body starts acting some type of way. I start feeling it. Or when I eat too much sugar, I just be like, bro, you have to stop now. This is literally too much sugar. Eat a balanced diet. Eat a healthy diet. And I just stop myself immediately because there's no point eating unhealthy all the time and then now you're taking medicine. Like, bro, it's not gonna help. There's no cure, there's no medicine that's gonna make you lose weight. You just have to control your diet and exercise. So don't fall into the trap of buying things without investing in yourself because you are the biggest asset, first of all, your mental health, your physical health. And also, what you consume, I guess, is also good. Like I said, what you consume will help your mental health and your physical health. So for me, life is that simple. We It's up to us. Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's coming to make us feel better. What we say to ourselves is what is most important. I can get advice from my parents if I want, but if the advice doesn't fit my value, doesn't align with my value in life, I have to put myself first. I have to say, okay, this is what I want. Like I said, you have to have like a goal or a purpose to achieve. If not, like I said, right, society and other people will always try to make you to be something else. And that's what I realized. I was chasing something that I really did not see myself doing until I finally decided that, okay, this is what I want to do. And then I'm just here to do it. And the vision is so clear for me. And I realized that so many people that I see are just, living in a general standard. Like they are just living in the shadow. It's like, I don't know if they don't have a goal. They are just living on somebody else's term, like somebody else's idea of success. Somebody says this is right and they just follow. And I'm so grateful, by the way, that I finally opened my eyes to see that, okay, there are so many things that are not okay with the way that I want to live my life. And that's the most important part. That's just the most important part. It makes life so easy. It makes life so easy. And I'm grateful for that. If I don't have any purpose, like if you don't really know what you want to do with your life right now, for me, my biggest advice is just keep doing what you are doing because you don't even know where you want to go. But that doesn't mean what you are doing is making you to take loans, don't do it. Because before I started school, like I didn't want to go inside of school with debt, right? To take student loans, right? The subsidized and also the subsidized loans, whatever. But I felt like I was pressured to come to school, so I feel like I had to take it. But guess what? I'm the one who actually pays it now. Like people will tell you, oh, you have to go to school, but they won't tell you, oh, the loan should be on my name. No, it's not on their name, it's still your name. So you are responsible. You have to take accountability of your life. You are responsible for whatever you're doing. If I just stayed in my job that I was working outside of, without going to school, I was still making money, worst case scenario, right? Until I figure out what I want to do with my life. And probably then I start saving money from there, you know, but I find myself walking 20 steps backwards and I'm still recovering. And I'm happy for the progress now because now that I know where I want to go, it's like, I feel like I'm a late bloomer. Now I feel like, oh, let's hurry up and let's hurry up. That's why sometimes I'll say it's good to slow down. It's a powerful thing to know what you want to do. Like I said, and like I said, nobody's coming to save you as a man. You have to take responsibility. You have to take accountability of every decision that you make. That's why you have to make sure that you are comfortable with the decision that you make. If not, that's part of life. You learn and you move on. Like I said, the most important thing in life is change, and change is the only thing that is constant. How I used to think like 5 years ago is not what I'm thinking today. And I know that I'm in a better place today. Um, and things can change in the future. It's normal. We just enjoy life. We just move on. We just keep chasing what makes us fulfill. That's all what it is. How's everybody doing though? How everybody doing? Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you're watching right now, that means you actually made it to the end of the video. And man, I'm just happy for you, bro. Like just chase whatever you want to chase. Just keep moving. And sometimes even I'm saying like chase, sometimes some people don't even want to chase anything. That's why I say like don't let nobody tell you what to do. If you feel like you just want to chill, why not? Because we have this culture of, oh, what do you want to become? What do you want to do? Like, what if I don't want to do anything right now? Then don't do anything. What if you don't want to do anything for the rest of your life? Don't do anything. Don't do anything. That's your life. You live it how you want to live it and enjoy it. Please, please, please subscribe and join the family. I have so much love for everybody. All I want is just share my story, share my goals, share my dreams as we move on in life. And I'm so happy maybe to just be here, to just exist and to just enjoy and experience life in this short time that we have. Some people are blessed to live 100 years, but 100 years actually it goes by fast. Yeah.